two unnamed NDP MPs have alleged harassment, sexual or workplace, against two Liberal MPs, Scott Andrews and Massimo Pichetti. One NDP MP made this known to Justin Trudeau. On Mr. Trudeau's side of things, I agree that once informed of allegations, he was obliged to respond, an obligation made more intense in the light of the Gomeshi firestorm. I'm not nearly so clear about how he responded. His response was to instantly and without consultation either with the NDP or with those two unnamed NDP MPs to name the accused Liberals and instantly remove them publicly from the Liberal caucus. This is instant punishment, which implies their guilt. The very public action of dismissal from caucus inevitably puts a real question mark on their character and definitely impairs their ability to get re-elected. And both these consequences are more jarringly unfair when the alleged perpetrators are left claiming innocence, but astoundingly ignorant of their accusers and what they are supposed to have done. A party leader has a lot of authority over his own party, but that should never extend to prima facie unfairness and one-sided one-leader adjudication of members of Parliament. They are members of Parliament even more than they are Liberals. I think it would be difficult to imagine a more sensitive, more welcoming environment for a woman who has experienced sexual or any other kind of workplace misconduct in which to make such a claim than the epicenter of the parliamentary New Democratic Party. The New Democrats have not only fully absorbed the seriousness of sexual or other harassment, some of its members have been champions on this issue long before other parties. So, in the case of the two NDP MPs, it is not for want of a sensitive and caring, even protective environment that they chose to keep the matter confidential. Their having chosen so, however, presents the NDP with a sharp dilemma. How can action be taken, judgments reached, penalties assessed, and most importantly, how can Parliament or the Liberal Party really know what course to take when the substance, time, and severity of the complaints are being held back by the NDP themselves? Choosing to remain in the background is the right of those MPs. But choosing that right carries its own consequences, chief of which is that it seriously, even essentially, means that the avenue to proper judgment and redress is inescapably compromised or nullified. Finally, it is curious that this case is, in part, becoming more of a quarrel between two progressive leaders on a subject which, ordinarily, we would assume them to be of like mind. On this issue of all issues, cannot two leaders who speak so well on women's issues find a way less political to deal with them? For The National, I'm Rex Murphy.